Grab your tools, let's start the show. Paint the colors, let your magic flow. Cut, glue, stitch, design. Every masterpiece is one of a kind.
Hello, magical makers, and welcome back to Sam's signature card making series. If you're new, I'm Sam, your guide on this creative journey. We're on episode 3 today, and I'm super excited about what we're going to do. See this? It's a pop-up card, but not just any pop-up card. It's a special edition Father's Day card. Today, we're going to dive into the magical world of pop-up cards and create a unique piece for our superheroes without capes, our dads. I've got my crafty tools ready, and I hope you have yours. Don't worry if you're new to this. I'll guide you step by step, and we'll have a blast together. So, are you ready to sprinkle some magic on some paper and create a memorable Father's Day gift? Then let's go make some magic. For your pop-up card, you will need cardstock. And I suggest you choose different colors and patterns for the card base and pop-up elements. You will need a pair of scissors, some glue, and or some double-sided tape. You will need either a craft knife or I have a knife pen here. Pen knife? Is that what it's called? I don't know. If you're going to sketch out your own design for your pop-up element, you will need a pencil so that you can sketch out your design. You'll need some markers or color pencils, whatever elements you want to put in your pop-up card. If you have a printer, you can just go into Canva and create your own little design, or you can hand draw out your card on your cardstock yourself. You can do what we've done in previous episodes of our card series and just create your own little elements, with your lock lick. I'm trying to make this a lock lick free video, so you can just use your scissors and your craft knife. Oh yeah, also you'll need a cutting mat, something you can cut on because you're going to need to cut your slits in the card for the pop-up element. These are 8.5 by 11, but I'll be cutting them down to 7.5 by 11. So I'm going to cut off a 1/2 inch on each side of this because I'm going to be making an envelope for my card to fit in. And if I use an 8.5 by 11 and then try to use an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, my card isn't going to fit in my envelope. And you'll need a ruler to also mark those slits that we're going to be making. So get your cardstock ready, get all of your elements that you want to put in your card, and let's go make some magic. The first thing I'm going to do is trim my paper to 7.5 inches by 11 inches using my paper cutter. I forgot to mention, if you happen to have a scoring board, that will be helpful as well. I'll be using my scoring board to make the score line. If you don't have a scoreboard, you can just fold your card in half. For my pop-up element, I went into Canva and I put together this Happy Father's Day design. I printed it on printable cardstock, then cut it out by hand. I sized my element in Canva, but my printer likes to enlarge stuff, so I always do a test print on regular paper before printing on cardstock. You want to make sure that your element isn't going to pop up out of the card when you close it. So you want your pop-up element to be no more than 4.5 inches in height and no more than 7 inches wide. My element is 4.5 inches tall and about 3.5 inches wide. Now we're going to score our card. If you're using the scoring board, you'll need to measure out to the 5.5 inch line and make your score lines down the center of your cards. With your inside card, you'll want to score it with the design facing up. As you can see here, I put it facing down at first, but I flip it and do it the proper way. With your outside card, you'll score it with the design face down. If you're folding your card, you'll need to fold the inside piece with the design facing inward. For the outside of the card, you want to fold it with the design facing outward. At this point, we're going to get a glimpse into what our card will become. Now, let's make the podium to which we will attach our pop-up element. We want to start by measuring. We have a card that is 7.5 inches wide here, so we're going to need to find the center of 7.5 inches. That is 3 3/4 of an inch. That's going to be our center line. Place a small dot at your center line. Measure the bottom piece of your pop-up element. Mine was just under 2 inches. So find the half point of the bottom of the element and mark it with your finger. I'm going to mark at right around 1 inch. If your element is 4 inches, your halfway point will be 2 inches. So from the edge to the center, mark 2 inches with your finger. That will be your mark to line up with the card's center line. Lay your element on top of the card, lining your element up with your center line to center line. Then you want to measure your distance. See, mine was 2 inches, so I need to go out 1 inch and make a mark 1 inch to the right of my center line, and then 1 inch to the left of my center line. Again, if your element is 4 inches and your center line is 2 inches, you'll need to go out 2 inches from your center line and make a mark on the left side, and then 2 inches to the right side. Now we want to measure out 1 inch from the center line on each side of the fold. So where you made your little marks at the 1 inch from the center line, you're going to go out 1 inch from there and make a mark. You're going to make a mark on both sides of the fold and on each side of the element where you mark, made with dots, not actual lines. So just mark with dots at this point. So you should have 6 dots, 2 in the fold and 2 on each side of the fold. Next, you're going to take your craft knife and a thick edge ruler and cut your slits from one mark to the other. Be sure the slits are going across the fold. So you're going to have 2 lines running parallel to each other, but perpendicular to or through the fold. Once you have your slits cut, you can push the part that you cut outwards by poking through the back towards the front. You want to reverse that fold line or score line that you made and make the score line go the other direction, so push that in and then fold it and push down on the crease line. Make it crease the opposite way that was already creased. This will be the base for our pop-up element. You can also fold the whole card, making sure the little base that you made goes in the opposite direction or inward, and then fold it to make the perfect crease to make like a little box or a podium, as you see here. Now we're going to glue our inside piece to our outside piece. Place the inner part of the card inside the outer part, making sure that your outside of the card is facing upwards the way you want your card to face, and also ensuring that the inside of the card is also in the direction you want. Next, take your glue stick and go all around the outer edge of one side of one of the cards. Now, place both cards together with edges flush with each other up until the fold. Using your fingers, press down all the way around where you glued the card, ensuring that the card is well glued. Then, take your glue stick on the other side of the fold and repeat that process. You may want to fold your card in half and press down to make sure that it doesn't have any lumps in it. My card was making all kinds of crackling noises as the card was pulling apart from the glue and the other paper as I was doing this. So this ensured that the card was actually laying flat and smoothed out. Next, pull out the pop-up base and attach your pop-up element to the base with your glue or double-sided tape. Fold your card, pressing on it to make sure all creases are well creased. Finally, open the card to see the magic that you created. Now we're going to do an envelope. So for your envelope, you will need your card. Okay, your lovely pop-up card. 2 sheets of your print for this envelope, because we're going to have 2 pieces. And I'm going to show you the envelope. This is the envelope I want to make. If you watched my last video, you saw me make an envelope. I used my envelope maker, which is on the back of my scoring board. Well, I realized, not everybody has a scoring board envelope maker. So I knew that when I did this card, I was going to have to do it differently without that other pop-up card I made. And I knew that I was going to have to make a special envelope for this card. So here's my birthday card that I made. And with the matching envelope, which I kind of like that, the little graffiti, confetti with the cakes and stuff. That looks cool. And that is on the Epson Creative Print app. If you have an Epson printer, you can print out a bunch of different paper patterns, which I'll show you some. I made little bags. It also has the instructions on how to make these little bags. Made this little shirt. Made these envelopes. If you're interested in learning how to make those bags, just let me know in the comments and we'll do a bag video. With that being said, let's get started. We'll need I already said this. Yeah, we'll need our glue stick, or double-sided tape, a pencil for marking, and the scissors, of course. Okay. Oh, and your ruler. Because we're going to have to make some marks here. So we want to put our... Just going to go... How do we want... I think I'm going to... Since I've already bent this, and I'm just going to use this as the back piece. As you see, I have a piece right here. I'm going to cut out... How much do we need? I'll just use this envelope as a template. We'll mark this off because we did here. Draw a line. Let's hope this is I think it is the same size. Now we're going to cut that part. Make sure we have it even on both sides here. You need space on each side. So you need a little space down here too. You can go ahead and fold this up. And then you can go ahead and fold this part down. So right now we've got this. This is good. And then this will go here. We need to take our scissors and we're going to cut right where the creases are. Just a small, about a ½ inch. Just a ½ inch. ½ inch down here as well. And then we want to cut about an inch off of this, and maybe 2 inches. We'll see. No, an inch is good. An inch is good. An inch. Let's just draw a line. We'll take our scissors. You're going to cut this part off. You're also going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, then you're going to cut a little diagonal. Okay. Same thing on this side. I save all the scraps, y'all, and then I make paper with what we're going to do. You can just fold it, or you can use your scoring board, but you're going to score or fold from here to here. Okay. Let me make could have made this a little bit. Ooh, wait a minute. We did. Oh man, wait. That's not the piece I'm supposed to use. It's this piece I'm supposed to use. Oh, let's make sure. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, good thing I have this piece. We gotta. I guess we gotta cut that piece last, huh? So let's just. But I made it the same. That is weird. Is it not the same? Oh, because this is way more than an inch. Dang, I did cut off 2 inches, didn't I? Alright, that's fine. We'll just make this part bigger. See, it'll just go right there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Maybe I should use my paper cutter for this. I don't think I did it kind of perfect. Oh, not perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna get my paper cutter. Just if I said 2, probably 2 inches, 1 to 2 inches, and I was like, yeah, 1 inch is fine. I should have measured my template envelope. Oh no! Gotta go all the way to the edge of that, not to the. We need to go all the way. Okay, so now we're going to need our glue, and we're just going to glue this part down first, or you can use the double-sided tape. I think that's just what I'll do. Make sure it's pushed all the way to the edge there, and then fold it over. Taper glue this part. That group's too wide, so I'm gonna use smaller. Thinner. It's okay.
2,000 years later.
Now I'm gonna have to get my weeding tool. What's legit trying to do? What is going on? And for the finishing touches, I'll grab out my corner punch. I'm going to round off these corners. I'll add another strip of the tape here. Let's hope it doesn't. I'll put 2 inch. That's why you need a 2-inch strip. Let's see if the card fits now. It's still, oh no. I'm just gonna cut. I'm just gonna trim. So I'm gonna do that. I didn't even measure. I should have measured. Be sure to measure. Let's see if this fits now. I think I probably need to cut more off. Yeah. There it is. Magic. Magic. The problem was I should have done 2 inches instead of just 1. But there's one way to make an envelope. I have many ways to make an envelope. This is just one of them. If you want to see other ways to make envelopes, stick around. I'm sure you will see me make more envelopes. Because there are different types of cards. Different ways to make envelopes as well. Oh, come on now, I gotta get it out. Happy Father's Day! And there you have it. How to make a pop-up card plus matching envelope. And there you have it, Magic Maker. That's how you make a pop-up card. I hope you enjoyed crafting with me today. Remember, it's not about perfection. but about the love and effort you put into it. Your dad is going to appreciate this handmade card, I promise. Before we wrap it up, don't forget to click that like button if you found this tutorial helpful. And be sure to click that subscribe button if you're interested in the next episode in our series. Be sure to ring that little bell so you'll be notified of those videos. Until next time, stay magical.